And we're back with tennis ace again, and I don't have much more than that to say, so let's pick up where we left off. Day 8. The bell rings, announcing the start of homeroom. Or at least it should. Most students just look around the class uncomfortably as Shima-sensei is again absent. Again? What is this, the 4th time this month? Some of the students begin to chat among themselves. Some complain others just taking this as an opportunity to kick back and relax. Regardless, the classroom starts becoming more and more rowdy as time passes. Oh, don't be so critical, Kyo-chan. He might just be running a little late, or he might have had something to deal with. Still, don't you think multiple times a month is a little bit much? Plus, he always nags if someone is a little bit late. Well... Oi, again, you're eating in class again? Put those chips away. Oh, but Shima-sensei isn't here yet, so what's the problem? The problem is that you're covering your table with crumbs, again. At least avoid making a mess. Oh, sorry. Jeez, they really are a rowdy bunch. Well, most of them. And still, the thing that bothers me the most is the missing tiger boy. Oh, not this again. I'm getting flashbacks from last week already. Oro? Hector-kun is Kobayashi-kun going to be late today again? And he only transferred here last week, but I already feel like he's late more often than not. Yeah, I definitely agree with you on that. I wonder what excuse he's going to give me this time. Just as my mind begins to wander, the sound of the door being opened whisks me back to reality. I turn around to look and... Eh? Oh, Katsuragi-sensei, what brings you by? Class rep immediately gets up to greet her. As always, she's quick to wear a smile on her face, looking ever so warm and gentle. These names. Kitsunagawa-chan, just who I was hoping to see. Come here with me for a second. She beckons Rep to her and she quickly follows. They both shut the door just as they go outside. A bunch of students immediately press themselves against the door, trying to listen in on their conversation. What are you guys even doing? They'll eventually tell us what this is about anyway. Shit, if you're not going to join in, then at least avoid spoiling the fun. Of course, Jinichiro is among them. I'm not even surprised. Fun? What's fun about pressing myself against a door together with 10-something other guys and risking being caught just to hear some boring news about... Ooh, it looks like there's a new student transferring here today. The entire class immediately stands at attention. The students that have been sitting in their chairs, minding their own business, are immediately drawn into the peek-in. What, really? 2 weeks after classes started? It looks like he's coming from Europe. Yeah, maybe he's going to be some supermodel transferring to a big cigar job in Japan. Oh, hang on a second, who said he's going to be a guy? It's totally going to be a chick, I'm calling it. Gross. You're already thinking of putting the moves on the transfer student. You were just thinking the same thing. Was not. The class immediately erupts in chatter about the latest gossip. What's so exciting about this anyway? Aren't you people getting just a bit carried away? Hey, settle down, will you? I can barely hear what they're... Most of the students that were peeking through the door immediately scurry to their seats as they hear something on the other side. Poor Jin, on the other hand, wasn't listening and... Ah! He falls face first to the floor as soon as the door is opened. Katsuragi-sensei is standing next to the door, staring strictly at the mouse that just fell at her feet. Class rep is standing next to her, face-palming. Jin... Her tone is dry and full of disappointment. Although knowing her, I'm sure she's disappointed in being caught instead of at him spying on their conversation. You could barely hear what they were. Is that what you were trying to say, Nezumiro-kun? Hello, Katsuragi-sensei. She gives him a cold smile, a smile capable of sending shivers down the spine of whoever she directs it at. You will see me after class. She says it simply, as if she were telling him the time of day. Jinichiro immediately slumps on the ground, tears went up in his eyes as if he were an anime character. Yes, ma'am. So pathetic. Katsuragi-sensei smiles, patting Rep on the shoulder. Well, I'll trust you will take care of this for me, alright, Kitsunagawa-chan? Yes, ma'am. She waves us goodbye as she walks down the corridor, back to the staff room. The class rep looks down the floor at Jinichiro, still sobbing like a child. Oh, come on, Jin, get up from the floor already. That's pathetic. She said it. She straight up said it. That's so rude. Have some pity on me, for Christ's sake. He immediately springs up from the floor. No, it's your fault for getting caught. You should have known something like this would happen. Ah, you're a devil woman. Well, someone seems to have bounced back really fast. As expected of the class rep, she knows how to provoke people very easily. Guys, can I have your attention for a second? She walks to the front of the class and everyone goes quiet to pay attention. Even Jin gets back to his seat, still huffing and kicking, but he sits quietly nonetheless. The entire class is filled with expectation. I guess the talk of an overseas student really got everyone excited. Everyone now listen up. Katsuragi-sensei wanted me to tell you guys that Shima-sensei is called in sick today, so we'll be doing free studies during homeroom. Still, no one is allowed to leave the classroom, that is all. Eh? The room was enveloped in a different kind of silence. Now that everyone's expectations were broken, confusion had settled in. Wait a sec, what about the transfer student? Transfer student? Oh, don't play dumb. We heard her talking about a foreign student. What are you talking about? Ayako, is there really no transfer student? Seems like the whole class is invested in this idea of a transfer student. Even Kyoko, who usually keeps herself separate from our class's usual intrigue, is curious about it. This is the first I've heard of it. Sensei didn't mention anything like that to me. Eh, seriously? Oh, and I'm so looking forward to meeting the foreign student. The murmurs of disappointment become so loud that it sounds like one giant wail coming from our class. A few years later, our class would be inducted into our school's 7 great mysteries as the Wailing Class. Legend would go that anyone to hear these sounds would have their soul taken away to the afterlife in 3 days. Just kidding. Class rep watches it for a few seconds while clearing his throat again, drawing attention back to herself. Well, either way, you guys already know what to do. So either you study like you're supposed to, or at least keep your voices down so as not to distract the ones who will. Ricey glares enough to make most people flinch. Well, she didn't become class representative on good looks alone. She's very good at discipline and demanding respect. In a matter of seconds, the entire class immediately separates in 2 groups. Those who are actually working, studying, and those who are playing around. I, myself, have no idea what to do. Jura isn't around, so I can't just talk to him. Although admittedly I'd probably end up tutoring him. There's one thing I learned about the Tiger since he joined, is that he's academically terrible. I have to make sure he doesn't fail. Maybe I could tag along with someone else. Let's play games with Kumagawa, because it's an easier voice to do. What's up? Yo. Kumagawa doesn't even look up from his screen to greet me. Not that it bothers me anyway, I've grown used to it over the years. What are you playing this time? Taru. That bullet hell game released earlier this year that got so panned by the critics actually caused its studio to close down. That, Taru. Very sane. Why exactly are you playing that? I like it. He barely looks up from the screen for half a second and stares to the side in the direction of class rep seat. Let me guess, you're mad at rep for mocking your liking of dating sims, so you plan to... What, play and badmouth a game she really likes? Pander to a love of failed games? Furrows his brow for a second, pressing pause on his screen and setting the console down. He sighs deeply and rubs his forehead. Strikes me this is the most emotion I've seen on his face in quite a while. Okay, fine. If you really want to know, this shit is terrible. It's the worst game I've ever played. By far. So, you're sitting here on your free time playing something you absolutely hate just so you can bash it to her later? Yes. Alright, now tell me, this is a victory for you. How exactly? Right. He blinks for a few seconds, realization finally dawning on him. She'd probably laugh at me for doing this, wouldn't she? I think she derives sadistic pleasure from seeing you like this, yes. Kumagawa looks to the side, a hint of red tinting his cheeks. Oh, don't worry, I'll pretend I never saw you playing this. Your reputation with class rep is safe. Oh, thank you. Nope. Class rep shows up from behind Kumagawa, grabbing his video game from the table and looking up at the screen. Oh, cool, Taro. I didn't expect this sort of thing from you, Kuma-chan. Give it back. Sure, here you go. She gently places the console back in his hands, a sly smile on her face. So, what do you think of the game? Kumagawa furrows his brow. Looks like he's trying hard to come up with something to say. It's the worst thing I've ever played in my life. It's totally imbalanced. It controls like ass. It's repetitive. All characters are essentially the same. How do you even like this? She smiles. A devious smile that immediately sends a shiver down my spine. Oh, I don't. I just like seeing the desolate look in people's faces when they played on my recommendation. What? Kumagawa gapes as class rep chuckles. What a sly little fox. Kudos to you though. I didn't actually have to say anything, you played it anyway. I have to say your reaction was glorious. Kumagawa sits completely still, almost paralysed. His mouth is hanging completely open, his eyes are slits. Frankly, this is the most emotion I've ever seen on his face. It's almost kind of funny. You... What's wrong, Kuma-chan? Cat got your tongue? Ayako, hurry up, what are you even doing? She puts both her hands behind her back, curving herself so she stands eye level with Kumagawa. She smiles innocently, chuckling. Oops, I have to get back to my studies. Have fun playing Taro, Kuma-chan. She walks back to her chair, skipping along the way. Kyoko glares at her the whole time. Well, that was... something? Kumagawa face-decks his table so hard the metal legs wobble. Ah, Kumagawa! I try to reach for him, thinking he might have hurt himself, but he holds his hand up, telling me to stop. He eventually lifts his head from the table and I can see a huge red mark on his forehead, as well as blood dripping from his nose. Oh god, your nose is bleeding. Hang on. I take a napkin from my bag and clean his nose with it. He doesn't refuse me. Hang your head back to stop the blood from dripping down. He does as he's told. I keep pressing a napkin against his snout to stop any blood that might be flowing. Are you insane? What did you do that for? I'm fine. Don't worry about it. There's little blood. You're pronouncing fine as fine. You're not fine. I'm sorry. Sorry, too. Kumagawa rolls his eyes, groaning. The bleeding isn't stopping. You're gonna have to stay like this until it does. Either I'll go to the doctor's office. I'll be fine. Fine. Just give me my console back. Nope. You're not gonna play until your nose stops bleeding. I quickly pocketed his console, taking it away from his reach. But... No but, you should have thought about this before you slammed your head on the desk. He crosses his arms, pouting. Still he does as I tell him, staying perfectly still in his chair with a napkin shoved inside his bloody nostrils. The bleeding doesn't stop until the end of homeroom, though. A few hours later... Oh, morning. Ush! Shuichi and Saya are strolling through the open door, walking towards our usual lunch-eating spot. Where's Junkun? He's a no-show today. I tried messaging him, but I didn't have any luck. Shuichi pulls up a chair and quickly sits on it, placing his lunchbox gingerly on the table. I wonder if something happened to him. Saya quickly follows suit, opening up a lunchbox to unveil a poorly organised mess of a lunch. Ah, there it is. The whatever the hell this is lunchbox. What was in there today? Seafood? Ding ding ding, we have a winner. But seriously, why should I care if my food is messy? It's all going to get mixed up in my stomach either way. It's also going to turn to shit inside your body anyway. Does that mean you'd eat shit to speed up the process? Can we please not talk about eating shit during lunchtime? Ah, sorry. Shuichi huffs grumpily, grabbing his pair of chopsticks and quickly separating the two. He opens the lid to his lunchbox, revealing a very well organised and pretty looking lunch. Saya eyes his food with desire, looking back and forth between her own lunchbox and his. Shokun, swear? No. He cuts her down before she even has time to finish a sentence. At least let me finish talking. I already know what you're going to ask me. Are you really sure of that? I'd have wanted to ask you something completely different. Different from what? From asking for your lunchbox. See, that's what you're going to ask me. Ah! Shuichi's crazy good with words sometimes. You quickly got to admit this is what she's planning from the start. Oh, come on, yours is a girl's lunchbox. Will it suit me better? Oh, if it really is a girl's lunchbox, the last person at this table should have it is you. Ah! Oh, come on, pretty please. From negotiating to pleading, Sai sure is quick to discard her dignity. Alright, he said no, just eat your food. Yet Shuichi doesn't budge. He calmly ignores her, lazily munching on his food. You're so stingy. I should ask Hector to pack my lunch for me too. Please don't try to take advantage of my little sister. What's the big deal? She packs a lunchbox for you. Well, I don't ask her to. She just does it if she wants to, and I eat it because I don't want to upset her. Are you saying you wouldn't eat it otherwise? Oh no, of course I'd eat it. Hitaka's food is delicious. Well, she lives with your mother, so it's either learning how to cook or dying of food poisoning. That's true. At least someone in the family can cook. Shuichi's attention quickly snaps to me. He sits in his spot, blinking in confusion at my statement. Oh, what do you mean? What about me? Oh shit, I let it slip. Sai immediately freezes up as she notices my blunder. No, I mean in the household. Yeah, I meant that at least someone in that house knows how to cook. You know, since you don't live with them, you don't count. Shit, was I too obvious? Oh, that's true, you could certainly see it that way. Sai and I breathed out a collective sigh of relief. Oh, thank God you're gullible, Shuichi. Oh, I almost forgot. Did you guys hear the news yet? Oh yeah, wrong voice. Oh yeah, that's true. Katsuragi Sensei came over to our class this morning to tell us. You mean about Shima Sensei being sick, right? Yeah, that came as a shock to me too. Class rep shows up out of nowhere, putting a hand on Shuichi's shoulder. Though she has a gentle smile on her face, her voice sounds oddly stern. They both look awkward at each other for a few seconds. Class rep walks behind Shuichi, putting her hands on his shoulder and leaning in on him a bit. Alright, Shoku. Oh, Ayaka-chan, you're hurting me. She wears a sweet smile on her face, but her hands are squeezing Shuichi's shoulder so hard, I'm afraid she'll puncture him with her claws. Oh, I give up. Shuichi taps her arms frantically, like a wrestler tapping out of a fight he can't win. Well, anyway, I'm glad you guys heard the news. Bye. She merrily walks out of the classroom, skipping on a step. What was that about? Oh, I thought I was going to die. I wonder if something happened to Aya-chan today. Seriously, is no one worried about me right now? Saya waves him off. You'll be fine, don't worry about it. Oh, you're such jerks. The sound of the door echoes. June walks through the door. I'm so shocked by his sudden appearance I'm left unable to react as the tiger plops down on his chair. You okay, Kobayashi-kun? You don't look so hot. Well, I'm fine. Really, you don't look fine. You look like crap. No offence. None taken. He rummages through his bag, pulling out his own lunchbox. He looks at it for a few seconds with a sour expression, then she's shoving it back into his bag and settling it down on the floor. You're not going to eat? I don't have much of an appetite right now. June slumps down on his table. What happened today that's got you so down? My competition's tomorrow, remember? Oh, is that so? Shuichi jabs me square on the ribs with his open hand. Jeez, his hand feels like a knife stabbing right through me. Ow! I painfully rub my side as Shuichi glares at me. Oh, it's fine, Shuichi-san. I already expected Hector-san to forget anyway. Oh fuck, the way I said it made it transparent I'd forgotten about it. Oh, sorry, June, I swear I was going to watch you, honest. Hey, there's no point anyway. I've been forbidden from taking part by my parents. Oh, what? Why? I've got a little ill recently and decided it'd be better if I didn't push myself. Is it that again? June nods. The expression in his face is so strange. That? What's that? Oh, how do I put it? I had to take Jun-kun to the infirmary last week of a spike in blood pressure caused by stress. He got dizzy and felt lightheaded and that triggered a panic attack so he couldn't breathe. June stares at Shuichi in amazement, completely bewildered by his words. You have excellent memory, Shuichi-san. Oh, I try. Anyway, they're really going to keep you from participating because of that, then? Yeah, I said I wasn't allowed to touch the piano until the doctor okayed me again. They're afraid I'd relapse. Oh, it's bullshit. Oh, never thought I'd live to see the day when a cuss word would come out of your mouth. I'm really pissed, so don't be surprised. Saya starts patting him on the back, talking to him with a sweet, gentle voice. Oh, there, you'll feel better soon, I promise. Mr. Gishi-san, I'm not a child. Really? You certainly act like one sometimes. Yeah, I guess I can't disagree with that. Oh, so he does have some self-awareness. Aren't you guys supposed to be trying to make me feel better? Oh, we are, but teasing you is too much fun. You suck. I'm just joking to try and get you to lighten up. Shuichi runs his fingers through June's head for a few seconds. He starts vigorously tousling it. Well, lighten up a little, will you? Ah, Shu-san, stop it. Well, aren't you two cute together? June smiles, drumming his fingers on his table. You know, I could just go to the competition anyway. Without your parents' approval. Well, it's not like they can stop me from going on stage anyway. I'm old enough to make decisions myself. Sorry to burst your bubble. The age of majority is 20 years old, not 19. Ah! You could just show up there without saying anything, perform as if nothing happened. I mean, I don't think your parents will have told the staff about you not participating anymore. Oh, that's true. But don't give him ideas. Oh, come on, he's old enough to know what he wants to do. I'm not telling him he should do it. If he cares more about participating in the competition than caring for his health, what's it to you? But he... Oh, fine. He can do whatever he wants, you're right. Saya blinks multiple times in confusion. That's weird. You're usually self-righteous to a fault. I was looking forward to arguing with you. It's no fun if you just lie down and take it. Why did you turn into a Uchiha? She smiles, shrugging in delight. I understand why he does it. Antagonizing you is loads of fun. To borrow a phrase from June, you suck. Saya laughs, snorting every now and then. Oh good, you're all here. Ah, wrong voice totally, but that's the basket's fault. Keisuke walked into the room carrying a thick magazine in his hands. Kei-chan, what are you doing here? Take a look at this. He throws the magazine on the centre of the table, nearly knocking down some of our food. It's this month's copies of Saitama's Spomag. Look what it says on the cover. Let's see, it's... Saya gasped, picking up the magazine and nearly shoving her face in it. Eh? What is it? Is something wrong? It's you, Hector-kun. You're on the cover of the magazine. What? Give me that. I snatched a copy away from her hand and examined it myself. Shuichi and June try scooting closer to see it as well. I can't help but feel a bit claustrophobic. It's true. The cover says Rising Star Month. They dedicated this edition to writing articles about promising athletes in multiple fields. That's pretty cool, actually. That's not all either. Look inside. We all got our own articles, even me. Oh, wow. Gimme. He snatches out of my hand and starts flipping through the pages excitedly. Hey, I wasn't done with that. Shh. Aha, I found mine. Let's see. What does it say? Scouts will want to be keeping an eye on 18-year-old Shuichi Urata, who should be graduating from high school this year. Urata has become well known as one of Japan's best setters, already received the Saitama Best Setter Award 3 times in a row already. Urata's superior precision as a setter, coupled with the varied defensive repertoire, make him the foundation of his team's attack. Many professional teams are expressing interest in scouting him after he's finished with his studies, but when approached for an interview, Setter Urata declined to comment. Oh, that's odd, I don't remember being approached for an interview. Let's see what else is here. Even so, we firmly believe that Setter Urata has a bright future ahead of him if he chooses to pursue a career in volleyball, and it wouldn't be at all unthinkable if he became the face of Japan's national team sometime in the near future, as he... Alright, that's enough. Quit hogging the spotlight. I want to see my article too. Keisuke takes the magazine forcefully from Shuichi. What, didn't you already read yours? At least let me finish mine. I didn't. As soon as I saw it, I came over to show you guys. Learn to share. Let's see. Keisuke Uchiha is already a very discussed name in the media, as the young aspiring athlete is also the heir of the multimillionaire Uchiha Corporation. While he's been toiling behind Mishimaya for a while, we have seen some steady climb in his national rank, and many believe he might soon make a breakthrough. Shihara's style is based around strategy and analysis, and many have compared his superior tactics to Japan's #1 player, Takagi Tanabe, who stayed as #1 in Japan for the past 3 years. Only the future will tell what we can expect from this young athlete, but we have high hopes for him. Not only that... Alright, that's enough, give it back now. The two start wrestling for the magazine, pulling on it in a childish disputed tug-of-war. Now stop behaving like kids. Well, I don't care, I want to finish reading my article. It's my magazine, I'm the one who bought it. I get to read mine first. Guys, you're making too much. Oh, shut up, shut it. The two continue to struggle for the magazine. Eventually, just as we all expected, Shuichi wins and takes the magazine from Keisuke. The result is already pretty obvious considering how much stronger Shuichi is. But Keikun's hand slips and Shuichi loses his balance when the magazine is suddenly released. He tumbles back on his seat and ends up hitting Jun square in the face with the magazine. Ow! Oh, Jun-kun, are you alright? Settle down, it's just a magazine. You're not going to break his nose with that. Well, I could hit him in the eye. What if he... Jun gives him a few taps on the shoulder, rubbing his own nose with a pained expression. Shuichi-san, I'm fine. Just please don't hit me in the face anymore. Yes. Jun grabs hold of the magazine in Shuichi's hand and takes it away from him. He does it so gently and smoothly that Shuichi doesn't even register it first. Well, hey. I want to read the article on Hector-san. He's on the cover, so I imagine he must have a more detailed article. Remember, you did just hit him in the face with the damn thing. Just let him use it as he wants to. That's fair. Wait, but that's my... Shh. Saya calmly shuts him down before he has a chance to really say anything. Saitama's very own rising star, Hector Mishimura, is set to have his professional debut at the end of this year. Many people anxious to see how he performs in his last year in the junior rankings. That could set the tone for the beginning of his career. Despite a few setbacks in later years, having some performance issues when it counted most, Mishimura is still cited by many sports critics to be one of Japan's most promising athletes across all categories. He has the body of a trained athlete, keen senses and reflexes, the mind of a chess master. He is a force to be reckoned with on the courts. Will this be the year when he finally defeats Takagi Tanabe and claims the title of Japan's #1 junior? We can only speculate by this point, but many of us hope to see it. Shuichi looks up from the magazine for a second, giving me a pointed stare. Mind of a chess master? Oh, really? Hey, I'm not the one who wrote this. Still, that's really high praise coming from them. I'm not surprised, the chief editor of this magazine has always had a boner for Hector. Wow, Mr. Grishi-san. What, it's true. Even when he loses, he gets glowing reviews every time. He's had something written about him in this magazine almost every month the past 3 years. Oh, that level of fanaticism sounds like something my dad would do. Your dad's a fan of Hector? Fans need begin to describe it. Oh, really? What's he like? He has all your matches from the past 4 years recorded. He watches them often. He always shows up to your games, even when they're halfway across the country. Well, sounds like you should get a restraining order on him, Hector. No offence. Oh, it's fine. My dad means well. He can definitely be a little intense. Well, I can certainly see the family resemblance. What do you mean? Keikun sighs, rubbing the bridge of his nose in exasperation. No, nothing. Never mind. Jun cocks his head to the side in confusion, gestures easily turning into the most adorable thing I've seen all day. Well, no, that's all well and done. Can I have the magazine, please? I want to see my article. Oh, there isn't one. The air immediately goes frigid. What do you mean there isn't one? Saya-chan, calm down. What are you talking about? I am calm. The constant cracking of her knuckles says otherwise. No, they didn't overlook you. Just this month's edition is focused on male players. Next month is apparently for the girls. Her body relaxes and we instinctively relax with her. I was already preparing myself for a Saya temper tantrum. Why didn't you say so earlier? I was giving the wrong idea here, Keikun. She playfully slaps him multiple times on the back. Ow, Mizugishi-san, it hurts. Oh, don't be such a baby. It was just some light taps. As if a cute little girl could hurt you. Oh, as a cute little girl, I don't see her. Oh, you're right. Do you want me to punch you? Oh, Saya-chan, you're as scary as your Yakuza leader right now. Jeez, you're so mean. Well, I'm just honest. Then don't be. Hey, what's out of the gate? My attention immediately snapped to the side where I see Jin staring intently at the window. Oh, what's wrong, Jin? Is that a guy riding a horse? Huh? Everyone's attention immediately snaps to the front gate. We see what looks like a white horse galloping towards the entrance. What? You gotta be kidding me. Yep, without a doubt, there's someone riding on horseback towards the entrance. Where's that? Ayako-san. What? Ayako? The horseman comes to a stop in front of the building. Class rep walks up to him and seems to be greeting him. So that's a new student, huh? Wait, there actually is a new student? Yeah, they informed all the third year classrooms since he'd be transferring here from Europe. I wanted to make sure everyone would receive him well. He's transferring to this classroom, actually. Wait, what? Where's he transferring from? France, if I'm not mistaken. Wow, French boy, he must be so dreamy. I bet he's going to be cute too. Shit, the last thing I need is more competition. I won't be able to get with any girl. Well, let's face it, you won't have a chance even if you're the last guy in here. That's too mean. There, bro, we'll get through this together. Shouldn't you be telling me that's not true? Oh, I'm supposed to lie? You suck. Everyone, meet Victor. Before we know it, class rep had already showed up in our class, and Leather Fox following in tow. He stood quite a bit taller than class rep, his face covered by beige fur that descended down towards his neck and disappeared inside his uniform. He wore a meek smile as he half hid behind class rep, despite easily standing over her. Haro. His voice came out as a near squeal. It looked almost like his fur was tinted red. Not to mention his Japanese. His Japanese sounded so completely broken right now. Wow, he's so cute. He's adorable. The girls that were still in the classroom immediately crowd over him, touching and pulling on him as he looked at them in a panic. Well, laissez-moi respirer un peu, s'il vous plaît. Keikun twitches as he hears the boy talk. His French sounds so cute. His words seem to drive the girls even more wild. Class rep seems to be standing to the side, looking delighted at the full show. Alright, that's enough. Keikun pushes his way through the mob, reaching up next to the fox and separating all the girls from him. Everyone stop this already, this is ridiculous. Well, who are you? Are you just a second year? Sure, he's the son of Shihara Corporation. Ah. As they start to whisper themselves, it quickly creates a buzz around the group of girls and they seem to quickly disperse. Keikun breathes out in relief as he turns to the fox. Je m'appelle Keisuke Shihara, c'est un plaisir de vous rencontrer. The fox's eyes widen in surprise. He hears Keisuke speaking what I assume is French. Vous parlez français? Keisuke smiles, offering a handshake. Oui, monsieur. The fox smiles widely, grabbing hold of Keikun's hand and shaking it with gusto. Keikun, since when do you speak French? Oh, I can understand a few languages. Japanese, English, French, Portuguese, Indonesian, Italian. I'm pretty basic with most of them though. English and French are the ones I can actually speak. Huh, wow. Yeah, at least some can talk to him then. That won't be necessary. Victor can actually speak Japanese. Wait, he can? Yes, I can speak Japanese somewhat. And I can't do a French accent, as you probably noticed. Wow, your pronunciation is pretty good. I can't say it's impeccable, but it's very close. Thank you. Let me introduce myself properly. My name is Victor Chevalier. It's a pleasure to meet you. Victor? I know, it's too hard to say. Sorry? Oh, don't worry about it. That's just how Kobayashi is. Just answer me this, though. If you can speak Japanese, then why didn't you when they were hounding you? The girls didn't understand a word of what you said. What did he say, anyway? There's something on the lines of back off already, would you? No, that's not quite right. It was more, please just let me breathe, to be honest. Yeah, but you sound like a wimp with that line. The guy hasn't been here 5 minutes and Keisuke's already making teasing jokes at his expense. Keikun, at least I'm getting acclimated with us before you start cracking jokes about him. Oh, sorry. He steps away looking awkwardly at Victor. Fox, on the other hand, looks at us in curiosity. So, you're my new classmates, right? Oh yeah, my name's Hector Mishimaya. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Jun Kobayashi. Nice to meet you, Vikun. Vikun, but... Oh yeah, I like the sound of that. Vikun, it's catchy. I'll go with that too. Nice to meet you, Vic Coon. I'm Case K from Class 2A. I'm Shuichi Urato from Class 3A. I'm not your classmate, but I do come over here a lot, so you'll probably see me more often. He's also the president of the student council, so don't hesitate to go to him if you have some sort of problem. Oh, that's cool. I'll make sure to keep that in mind. Me next. I'm Simon Tsukishi from Class 3A. Bon voyage. Bon voyage? Yeah, that's nice to meet you in French, right? Hi. Keiko bursts out in laughter. What? Did I say something wrong? Bon voyage is French for have a safe trip. What? He hasn't even had time to fire properly yet and you're already shoving him out the door and telling him to leave. Well, that's not what I meant. Just stop laughing, Keikoon. Keikoon! I said stop laughing, damn it. In a single second, she grabs hold of him in a neck choke. Ow. All right. I'm sorry. Please let go. I can't breathe. These two always like this. Oh, yeah, you've seen nothing yet. That's scary, to be honest. You're going to have to get used to it sooner or later if you're going to be in this class. I'll keep that in mind, too. Oh, by the way, Vic Coon, what's up with the horse? In a second, everyone's attention immediately snaps to the fox as June finally asks the question we're all thinking but not saying. Oh, we're going there after all, huh? Okay, what is the deal with the horse? Vic winces, looking away from us for a second, his cheeks becoming red again. I kinda lost a bet. A bet? Well, not really a bet, more like, how should I put it? My older brother made an agreement with me in exchange for his help. You see, my parents were initially opposed to me going on an exchange program, and since they're divorced, I don't get much time with my father. And my brother, he told me that if he managed to convince my father to let me on this trip, I'd have to show up my first day of class on horseback. Well, that's pretty wild of him. Honestly, he does this kind of stuff all the time. Tormenting me seems to be his main hobby. That doesn't sound like a healthy hobby. Hey, messing around with your younger siblings can be fun at times. Hector-san too, huh? Guess we should call Child Protective Services for messes Akiyoshi-kun too badly. I was joking. Well, I guess it could have been worse. You imposed a condition like you must go to school naked on your first day of class. I'd have refused to go on this trip then and there. I always thought French people didn't really care about modesty. I feel like I should punch you for that. I was joking. Oh, feel free to punch him, Vic Coon. He totally deserves it. Trust me when I say this, he's like this all the time. I said I was joking. Vic sighs, shaking his head. So, where do we even sit? Do we even have an open seat in our classroom? There are a few in the back, but you'll have to be assigned one by the homeroom teacher. Since he's absent today, just take any seat you like and he'll deal with it tomorrow. Okay, I guess I'll take this one. It's all the same, really. Victor pulls the chair and throws his bag on top of it. So, I assume it's lunchtime, given how much food I see thrown on top of the tables. Any chance there's a cafeteria here where I can get some food for myself? There is, but if you have any love for life, don't eat there. Oh, it's not that bad. It's only a few dishes that suck. The rest is perfectly edible. You're just being nitpicky 'cause you're used to fancy stuff. My lunchbox is literally salad, rice and sausages. What's fancy about that? Oh, yeah, wow. Totally not what I was expecting. What exactly were you expecting? Gold leaves, diamonds and pearls? Something along those lines, yeah. You're ridiculous. Yeah, I try. Wow, you two seem to get along very well. Oh, not at all. Despite the protests about this sort of stuff, they end up agreeing with each other more often than not. It can be downright disturbing sometimes. Oh, I'm sorry? Ignore them. These two bickering is just another thing that you get used to in time. Oh. Oh, don't ignore me. Hey, that's my line. Hey, stop stealing my line. Both of you stop. They immediately jump up in surprise. Si's thunderous voice threatens to shake their very core. Jesus, stop behaving like children already. You're both grown men. Oh, sorry. Okay, is this something else I get used to with time? I'll tell you once I do. You'll leave him hanging for a good while then? Quite likely. Oh, you two are ruthless. Saya chuckles. But look who's talking. Saya waves him off, immediately turning around to look Victor in the eye, move that makes the fox jump. She puts both hands behind her back and curves her body forward, looking at him with a big smile on her face. So, Raccoon, you said you needed food, right? We can share some bars with you, alright guys? Yeah, totally. Oh, for sure. I wasn't going even to eat mine. Wow, that's really nice, but I can't accept that. Why not? We eat a little bit from our 4 lunchboxes. We'll barely notice the difference for ourselves. We still have a good deal of food to eat. Well... She gives his back a few light taps. They're more like slaps, giggling. It's okay, isn't it? It's the perfect opportunity to get to know your new classmates. Not really your classmate, but that doesn't matter. Well, it's alright, they're cool. I only transferred to this school at the start of this school year. They've already made me feel very welcome. That's nice to know. I suppose a meal couldn't hurt. How much do I have to pay you guys? You crack me up. As if we'd let you pay for that. But... Oh, it's fine, Vic Cool. Go on, let's introduce you to the rest of the class. One by one, preferably. Come on, Miss Maya. Put some more spring in your step. Yes. This is exhausting. Coach, you know there's no point in working hard if he falls dead from exhaustion, right? Nonsense. This is just a light workout. Not to mention the fact he has 2 years of slacking off to make up for. Yeah. His words have so many barbs on them. I'm honestly amazed. Coach, what happened to that laissez-faire personality he had for the past 2 years? No, he's been doing a series of high-intensity workouts for 2 hours already without breaks. It literally looks like he's about to fall dead. Well, we'll see about that, won't we? Hey, Hector, are you really that much of a wimp that you're exhausted from just this? Yes, sir. Sai smiles cockily. Meanwhile, Coach's expression contorts in a look of frustration. Sure. I really thought it'd go the other way around. Come on, Hector Cool. Let's get you some water and rest before he changes his mind. Sai walks up to me, slowly guiding me to some of the benches we have close to the entrance. Why, you look like a newborn fawn right now. Your legs won't stop shaking. You try doing all the crap he's putting me through. Crap, I'm thinking I might throw up. You throw up on me and I can show you won't be the workout that kills you. So mean. As soon as we reach the benches, I immediately topple over them. I don't think I can ever get up from here. Dial it back a little, okay? He might be overworking you, but he's got a point. You've been slacking for the past 2 years. Yeah, I know. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten that stupid speech you and Shuichi gave me a while ago. It wasn't so much a speech as it was a reality check. Still, I know they've been running away all this time. I don't need you to keep preaching to me. Doesn't sound like you do. Don't worry, I'm not going to go back on my word. I made Keiku my practice partner for a reason. He's so diligent, it's liable to bring you to tears. I see. What about the new training menu Coach gave you? That working out okay? Well, it's hell, but I do see the point. There are a few things I should improve in my game. My last match with Kei-kun made that abundantly obvious. Well, see you later then. I still have to get back to my practice. What, didn't you say you're going to get me some water? I was. Then you said you'd never get out from that bench again. I kind of wanted you to get it to yourself. You're awful. Sure am. See ya. She quickly walks away, leaving me alone on my bench, waterless and exhausted. Great. Might as well get it myself. I try standing up, but my legs immediately go nope and buckle under my weight. I immediately fall ass first onto the bench again. Well, hey, I know I said it's a joke, but I don't want to be stuck on this bench for the rest of my life. Who are you talking to? I look to the side and see June standing there by the entrance with Vic-kun next to him. Oh, no one at all. I just get talking to myself. Great, that doesn't make me sound crazy at all. Actually, why was I even talking to myself? What's wrong with me? Oh, no, don't go there. What's up, June? What brings you to this part of... screw it, I'm too tired to make a clever joke out of that. I get the feeling it would be a clever joke even if you weren't. Since when did you become so sassy? Never mind that. I've shown Chef Kun around school and I mentioned that Mizugishi-san and Ushihara-san were in a tennis club, so you wanted to come take a look. I hope that's okay. Oh, it is, don't worry about it. So, Chef Kun, wasn't it Fit Kun just this morning? Anyway, Chef Kun, what got you so interested in coming over? Well, I used to play badminton back in France. I thought, hey, badminton and tennis are kind of similar, right? I decided I'd come take a look. Sure, they're similar. I mean, about the same way that American football is similar to rugby. Well, this school doesn't have a badminton club, so... Oh, it's fine. I'd show you around. Well, I try getting out one more time, and just like last time, my legs immediately buckle under my weight, forcing me down on the seat again. As you can see, I can barely stand. Wow, you seem to be really fit too. Is practice that tough in this club? No, this is specific just to me. Hector is the number 2 player in Japan, so he gets a different training menu for him. To be fair, our club only has one coach. We can't possibly create and supervise individual training menus for each and every player. He gives a little extra attention to the ones who can draw sponsors for our club, and the others get to choose between a few pre-made training menus. That sounds interesting. I wonder if I could play tennis. If you want, you can give it a try. I can lend you a racket and everything. Really? That'd be great. Although my rackets are custom made for me, taking in consideration my bodybuilding style of play. So maybe it wouldn't be such a great idea. June, can you fetch Keikun for me? You can ask to borrow one of his spare rackets. I suppose I thought of asking Saya, since Vitkun's build is more in line with hers. Then I remembered she also has rackets being custom made for her. Wouldn't Keikun just hire a company to make custom rackets for him too? He could if he wanted to, but he said he'd want to use his financial status as an advantage. That's surprisingly humble of him. He's not a guy like that. Anyway, if you will. Sure, I'll be right back. By the way, Vitkun. Wait, is it going to be Vitkun or Chefkun? Either one is fine. Anyway, what made you leave France for Japan, thinking of moving here long term? He fidgets in place, my sudden inquiry, looking unsure. I've always been interested in your culture, so I decided to spend some time abroad here. You know, get some fresh air, maybe learn a new thing or two. Well, that's an interesting sentiment. I myself really don't know much about the French. Is it true you guys eat snails? Yeah. I can see him physically cringing inwardly at my question. Is it true you guys enjoy fornicating with tentacled monsters? Exactly. Can we please drop the cultural stereotypes? Sorry, you don't get so upset about it. If you only realise it now, Vic looks at me with shock. Oh, sorry, it wasn't my intention to be rude. Desperately bows, uttering a dozen apologies. It's fine, I asked a rude question. No, I shouldn't have snapped at you. Geez, lighten up a little. What's going on? Why is Chef Kun bowing? Well, it's nothing. He immediately jumps up, standing as straight as he can, fidgeting on the spot. Anyway, here you go. Ushihara-san just asked you to be careful with it. Oh, thanks. Victor takes hold of the racket, very carefully swinging it around to get a feel for it. Oh, it's heavy. It feels a bit weird. Well, I used to play with a badminton racket, so I'm not really surprised. You want to give it a try, asked Coach. The application period's already passed, but since being a part of the club is mandatory, I'm sure they'll open an exception for you. Where's the coach? He's a tall crocodile that's walking around the court somewhere. Not sure where exactly. Go look around for a bit. Okay, see ya. Yeah, don't worry about it so much. She'll be fine. Victor nods and runs off looking for Coach Mikado. I forgot to tell him Coach's name. Will it really matter? No one calls him by name anyway from what I've seen. I guess you're right. By the way, how are you feeling? Are you really so tired you can't stand? Yeah, I'm sore everywhere. It's frustrating. I'm pretty sure I'm done for the day. Well, I'm sorry to hear. Oh, I can give you a massage if you want. A massage? You even know how to do one properly. Sure, Dad always came home from work exhausted, and Mom used to work extra shifts back then, so I learned to give him massages to try and help him out a little. Oh, that's very sweet of you. You're probably a model son. You praise me too much. If you want, we can go to the locker room. I can give you a massage there. I'd love to, but I try standing up once more for effect. The same things the last 2 times happens, except this time I fall forward. Wow! June reacts fast, grabbing me before I can hit the floor. Immediately I can feel his knees quaking under my weight. Hector-san, you're heavy. Sorry, let me adjust myself. I try sitting back down, but June pulls me towards him once more. What? Oh, it's fine, just try to take some of your weight. I'll help you walk to the lockers. Oh, alright. June props me down one of the locker room benches, and I immediately rest my back on one of the lockers. Oh, thanks for that. I'm sorry for making you do this. No worries, I'm glad to help. Now, about that massage. He stops talking abruptly, looking away. What? Well, usually when you give someone a massage, you want to touch the skin instead of clothes. My dad used to strip down to his boxers when I gave him massages. Oh. Well, never mind, forget I said that. This is fine. No, you're right. I don't really feel comfortable taking off my shorts, though. Is just my shirt fine? Yes. I quickly removed my shirt, exposing my sweaty torso to June, my fur completely matted and pressed down by the sweat. He looks away for a second before glancing tentatively at me again, his face a little red. Okay, would you rather I do your front or your back first? Oh, what? Oh, I mean, for the massage, would you rather I massage your front or your back first? Oh, front? Oh, okay. June gets really close to me. So much so that I can feel the heat radiating from him. Despite his early confidence, he doesn't look me in the eye. He slowly reaches out with his hand and I instinctively hold my breath as it comes closer to my arm. When he finally touches my bicep, I involuntarily twitch, making him gasp in surprise. Sorry. Okay. Brings his other hand to touch me and starts slowly massaging my arm. His ministration is soothing. I can almost feel myself melt into his touch. Damn it, he wasn't lying. He is pretty good at this. I can already feel the muscles of my arm relaxing. Is this okay? I'm not going too hard, am I? No, it's fine. Damn it, even though my body's relaxing, my mind just can't relax. This is too awkward. He's still not even looking at me and his face is bright red. Drew makes sure to massage all of my arm. From the base of my shoulder all the way down to my wrist, he eases the tension and gets rid of some of the dull pain that I was feeling all over my body. By the time he's done with my left arm, it feels completely different from the right. He immediately sets to work on that. You aren't kidding, you're pretty good at this. Well, thanks. After quite a few minutes to feel like an eternity, a pleasurable eternity, but an eternity nonetheless, June finishes massaging both my arms and comes to a pause, staring at my chest. If you're uncomfortable with it, you don't have to. No, I'm used to it. It's just weird when it's not my dad. Touching a friend like this is, Still, he eventually reaches out and places his hand on my pecs, setting to work on them almost immediately, kneading and stroking so expertly that my entire body relaxes. Damn. It takes every fibre of my willpower to keep myself from moaning. It's just that good. I look at the clock on the wall and realise it's already been 20 minutes since we started. Damn, there's less than an hour of practice left. If I have a perfectly valid explanation for this, I still don't want to end up being caught in this situation. Alright, I'm done with your chest, now for your lower body. My attention shifts back to my own senses when he talks to me, and that's when I notice something wrong. Just as June starts to look down, it's okay, I'm fine, totally fine. I jump up faster than I ever judged possible, immediately turning away from him. It's embarrassing to say that I reacted too much to his touch. There's no way I can let him see me like this. Well, I'm not done yet. Still have to do your legs and your back. It's only that I already feel invigorated. See, 100%. I flex the muscles for display, desperately trying to convince him to drop it. But we haven't got all the way yet. I want to help you. Oh yes, you can certainly help me. What the hell am I thinking? Stop it, brain. Bad. Get your mind out of the gutter. I shouldn't even be having these sort of thoughts. June is a guy and my friend. I already have, I told you, I'm as good as new. I can even stand now, see? It's at moments like these that I'm happy for the adrenaline rush. No way could I be standing without it. Alright, I guess you're right. There's no reason to keep going if it's already done its job. Yes, exactly, no reason. Well, if you're really okay, I'm going to go watch Chef Kuhn trying out practice. I'm totally fine, I'll be there in a second. June nods firmly, smiling brightly. I can see his fangs poking from his smile, and that's absolutely adorable. I wonder how he'd look if... No, bad. As soon as he leaves, I immediately drop all of my weight back onto the bench, making it creak. It's such a piece of work, you know, of all the time for you to act up. I guess it's been a while since I've gotten someone's attention down there. Great, and I'm talking to myself again. There we go. That was day 8. And so, you're on day 9, June's concert. So we'll be picking this up next time. So until then, bye for now.